what is up guys, it's Jacko2011 and welcome back to yet another video. And today I'm going to be talking about how it's gonna rain with DNA after the new update, guys. It's gonna literally rain, and this is of course only if they do what they have been doing with the restats, of course. So basically it has been like kind of hinted about that we're getting new growth rates for dinosaurs, because right now some of them are kind of weird. We have Barrow, which takes 3.5 hours to elder, but I think according to the percentages on the testing server that we were on yesterday, it's probably gonna end up being like 6 or 8 or something for Barrowsaurus. And remember, these are just my thoughts on the matter. Nothing of this is confirmed, so don't go spread around this info. Just like remember to put it in that it is my opinion slash thoughts on it. So I think that things like Barrow and such are gonna get super much DNA. It will literally rain DNA. Of course not literally like rain from the sky with DNA, but your DNA down here will get tons of DNA. Like right now we get 75 DNA with the Barrowsaurus. Currently using the Galactic Barrow that I'm giving away. So yeah, plug the giveaway, you know. Subscribe and follow my Instagram in the description. Yeah. And yeah, it's basically that for the intro. Like possible new DNA system as well. Maybe we can get something like another system instead of the growth rate. So certain dinosaurs just give a certain amount of DNA instead of having to do with the growth rate. So that could be also kind of cool, I guess. And I think that things like separate skins could also get separate growth rates, which means separate DNA earnings as well. So basically, sauropods are the ones that are gonna get buffed in terms of DNA the highest, in terms of my like ideology, because sauropods are gonna get huge stat buffs. And I don't think that a Barrowsaurus with 10,000 HP is gonna have a growth rate of 3.0, which is 3.5 hours. I think it will take like almost, it could take up to 10 hours. Seriously, 10 hours to elder your Barrowsaurus. It could be reality to use 10 hours to elder your Barrowsaurus. I think it's quite ridiculous, but it could be reality, guys. And I think it's definitely possible that the developers are going for such things. And I think that Pertosaurus, Sauroposeidon, Camarasaurus, Brachiosaurus, Futalognkosaurus, and such as that, they are gonna get these huge growth rate nerfs. I guess they're nerfs even though the number goes up, so technically it's a buff, but it's really a nerf because it's not very good on some kind of point of views. Like we have the time consumption, but of course the DNA is way better, so that could be kind of the cool things about it. And now I'm gonna go through each dinosaur in the whole game, and I'm gonna tell you guys if I think it's gonna be buffed in growth rate, stay the same, or get nerfed. Alright, let's check him out. So I think that most dinosaurs are gonna keep the same growth rates. Like we have T-Rex of 1. I think it's gonna keep the same around 1. I think Triceratops will be buffed to 1 as well. Ornithomimus, it will probably be nerfed down to like 0.2 maybe. It won't take very long to grow that, at least what I think. Styracosaur also fine right now. If Euplocephalus also fine. Brachiosaur, of course, it's a sauropod, so it will probably have like 3 to 4 or something. If they're going for the realistic part, of course. Like we know that they're going for realistic stats right now, so growth rate should also be realistic. Allosaur also pretty fine. Baryonyx should be a bit lower, like kind of like the Allosaur, I think. Spinosaur also fine. Avemimus 0.1 I think is better for it. Troodon, yeah, it's kind of fine right now. 0.2 could be cool as well. Gigantoraptor 0.4 is what I'd like to have it at. And remember, guys, I just want to remind you, for each 0.1 you get 2.5 DNA each day. So an example could be like Gigantoraptor gets 15 DNA each day after day 24. So remember that. Plesiosaur also fine right now, but it will be nerfed, so it will probably go down a little bit. Ichthyosaur needs to be like 0.3 or something. Stegosaurus 0.2 maybe. Diplodocus also a bit higher, even though Diplodocus is one of the smaller sauropods actually in terms of mass, because Diplodocus only weighed like 11 tons, and it's because of its hollow bones. So its bones weren't really filled it with bone structure. And we have the Pteranodon, kind of fine right now. Mosasaur, definitely put Mosasaur down to 1, definitely. Utahraptor, fine. Quetz down to like 0.3 because Quetz is getting a huge nerf in this update, so that's kind of crazy. Stegosaur also around fine right now, could be around 1 at least. Onchoropropristis also fine right now. Don't think there's any reason for a nerf there or a buff really. Elasmosaur, maybe a bit higher, I'm not really sure. Albertosaurus, fine. Tyranitar, fine. Sauroposeidon, of course, maybe between 4 and 5, maybe. I'm not really sure. Therizinosaurus should be buffed up to 1. Gigantoraptor is... No, Giganotosaur is also fine right now, excuse me guys. Dilophosaur should be like 0.3 or 4. Sarco is fine right now, but I think like crocodiles can be really old. So maybe it should be like 1.5, I'm not really sure. Shunosaurus, a little buff around 1.2 to 3 I think would be cool. Saltosaurus around 1.5 I think is cool. Concavenator, I'm not really sure what this dinosaur is really, but I guess it's fine right now. Kentrosaurus, I don't really think there's a need for any buffs or anything like that there. Thalassomedon, I think it could be like 0.6 or 0.7, could be cool. Ceratosaur, fine right now. Cretoxina, fine right now. Apatosaurus will probably go up to like 4 to 5 or something instead of 1.1 right now. It's a really OP growth rate that Apatosaurus has got right now. Coalyphysis, 0.1 I think is what it needs. Coelacanth can stay the same. No wait, actually Coelacanth is getting a buff, guys. It's gonna be able to beat a Baryonyx actually. So it should be like 0.5 or something, at least above Baryonyx. Like, it's kind of weird. Dinocheris, fine right now. Lixichthys, definitely up to like 3 or 4, because this is a big fish. This is a big fish, guys. Iguanodon, kind of fine right now. Titanosaur, definitely a buff to like 2, I think. Yandosaurus, fine. I'm not really sure what this even is. Acro, also fine. Plateosaurus, fine. Lusotitan, up to between 3 and 4, I would say. Corythosaur, fine. Sarphaganax, fine. Aegisuchus, down to like 0.2 because Aegisuchus was super small in real life, guys. Super small. So, definitely a nerf to that. Archelon, definitely a good run right now. Goshirosaurus, a bit lower, like 0.4 I think would be better. Prognathodon, around the same as Mosasaur, I would say. Albinoterra, I would say it should be buffed or nerfed, whatever you want to say, to 2.0. Shastosaurus should go from 2.7 to like 5 or 6 even. It could be kind of crazy. And Camarasaurus I think should be up to 3. Parasaurolophus is also kind of fine right now. We need a little buff, but I'm betting that that's gonna come. Carcharodontosaurus, completely fine right now. Futa right now, 0.7, like what the heck? This guy's really strong right now, so he's definitely gonna go up to like 4, I think, maybe. That could be kinda cool, guys, in terms of like... because I think that Futalognkosaurus was around the same size as Brachiosaurus, actually. So we'll have around the same stats as Brachiosaur. And Ichthyovenator, it's fine right now, really. Saurolophus, I'm not really sure how large this guy was, but according to this, it was quite large. So maybe like 1.2 to 1.5. Carnotaur, also fine. The Centurus, I think this should go down to 1 at least, or at least below Stegosaurus levels, because I'm pretty sure Stegosaurus was larger than Centurus. But yeah, Squalicorax, fine. Sauroniops, yeah, that should be kind of nerfed. Kulasuchus, it's completely fine right now. Helicoprion, also fine. Edmontonia, fine. Chronosaur should probably be buffed to like 2 or something, because Chronosaur is gonna have the same attack as the Carcharodontless Megalodon after the update. So this guy will be very strong as well. Giraffatitan, of course, it's a sauropod, so buffed to like 3, 4, 5, whatever. Liopleurodon, fine right now. Arizonosaurus down to 0.1. Murus Raptor, 0.5 I think is fine. Cosmo is fine right now. Torvo is fine right now. Barrow, I honestly think that Barrow's growth rate is gonna go to like 8 or 9 if this is gonna happen, guys. If this is gonna happen, I think 8 or 9. Istidactylus, 0.1. Achillobeta 0.2. Deinosuchus, fine right now actually. Megavore 2.5 is what I think would be cool. A Margosaurus 0.8, kind of fun right now because it's not really a large sauropod, man. Maiasaura also around cool right now. This Ictinosaurus, I'm not really sure. It's really ugly, so yeah. Fresnosaurus around, it's kind of cool, I guess. Gallimimus 1.3, I would say. Balar 0.1. Pertosaurus around 7, I would say. Around 7.1. No, 7.0. Thalos Dromeus 0.1. Irritator. Yeah, it's fine right now. Just a bit lower could be cool. Ankylosaur, fine. Eotriceratops up to 1 is what I would say. Mastodontosaurus, fine. Tarbosaur, fine. Shantungosaur, maybe up to 2. Maybe up to 2.0. That would be cool. Tusoteuthis. Yeah, that's fine as well right now, actually. Hats down to like 0.4 or 3 or something. Guanlong, it's down to 0.1. Yutyrannus, kind of fine right now. Machimosaurus down to like 0.4. Megalodon Clam, yeah, it's good right now. Avinicus, around 1, I would say, because it's getting a huge nerf. So around 1.0 would be cool. Patchy, yeah, it's cool right now. Carcharodontless Megalodon, I would say 3, honestly. 3. Because this guy was like 20 meters long or something. Ridiculous. So I would say 3. Chilantosaurus, definitely a nerf to like 0.6 or 8. Romaliosaurus, I'm not really sure why this guy is said to be like 42 feet long. But he's so weak. I don't really get it. So I guess it's fine right now if it's that large. And then Mapusaurus, completely fine right now, guys. And those are the things that I'm gonna say that will get buffs or nerfs in terms of their growth rates with the new update. Remember, guys, as I said, multiply the growth rate by 2.5 and you get the DNA each day after day 24. So in Barrow's case, it's like 75 DNA each day after day 24. So just keep that in mind when you calculate all of this data that I just give you, all these ideas. And remember, none of this is confirmed. It's just my speculations. But yeah, that was basically it for this video, alright? I'll see you guys next time. Alright, bye.